Hey everyone, welcome back to Inside the Masterminds. I'm your host, Valerie Williams. I'm a lender with C2 Financial, the nation's #1 mortgage broker, and I'm at the news desk today with our good friend of the show, George Lorimer. Welcome.
Thank you.
How are you doing?
I'm doing great. How about you?
I'm doing good. You know, rates are low, lots of refis, lots of purchases, and I'm kind of experiencing some weird things where sellers are looking to sell their own homes so they can profit the most.
Right.
What do they call those?
By owners.
For sale by owners.
For sale by owners,
So
yes.
I know those kind of cut out the agent, but what do you think about those?
So we've seen those in my many years of doing this. And so we do have a program that helps clients, because here's the two things. As a for sale by owner, you have to say to yourself, number one, do I know what I'm doing? And number two, will I get better results than if I hand it over to an agent?
Well, you may think you would, right?
Yeah, so here's the other thing. There's two reasons why people do it: to save the commission, and sometimes they want to keep control, and maybe even they don't like agents.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
so that's one of the reasons. So this is what we look at: is you definitely can sell your home on your own. That's 100%. Thing is, the results are usually worse.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you've seen this, but over the years, I've seen where for sale by owners take offers from these people that go to these like flipper type of investor boot camps
Right.
on the weekend.
Yeah.
So they're all hyped up and they go to a nice, sincere for sale by owner,
Yeah.
and they pass up all the listed homes, and because agents and real motivated sellers aren't going to put up with it. But people that are selling by owners sometimes aren't aware that if the buyer or the investor writes something up where they're, John Smith or Assignee, they can transfer that contract to somebody else.
Yeah.
And some of them, they'll take this thing called wholesaling. So the buyer will buy from the seller, and let's say they agree to a $500,000 purchase price. Maybe it's worth $600,000. So that wholesaler, so the buyer will find somebody that's willing to pay $600,000. They'll lock in the price for $500,000, and they'll take that $100,000 in equity before they've even purchased on that for sale by owner's house.
And then it sometimes takes longer, right? Because they're dilly-dallying around and trying to shop it with different people that'll buy it for more.
Exactly, because what if
That's like essentially hiring an agent. It's just disguised as a wholesaler.
Exactly. Well, here's the thing too is
without your best intentions.
And most of them come up with these contracts so that on the last day of escrow, they'll either get an automatic 3-month extension, or they'll be able to get out we call them weasel clauses, where
I love it.
Where it's basically they'll get out and they'll keep their $5,000, $10,000, $20,000 deposit, which the seller thinks that, hey, they're moving in good faith.
Yeah.
If they don't perform, I'll get this money, but it doesn't work that way.
Especially if you're a for sale by owner, you don't know.
Yeah.